Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the 1961 New York Yankees. It's August 25th. The Yankees are traveling to Kansas City to take on the A's. And we got the starting lineups here for you. Batting in the leadoff spot's going to be Bobby Richardson playing second, and back in the lineup after missing a few games. Batting second and playing shortstop's Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right field's Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field's Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bill Skowing. Excuse me. Batting sixth, doing the catching's Elston Howard. Batting seventh, playing left field is Hector Lopez. Batting eighth, playing third base since Kubek's back. Clint Boyer will be going back to third. And batting ninth, doing the pitching is Ralph Terry. Let's take a look here at the Kansas City Athletics, and let's see what the A's is going to bring out here to face Terry today. Leading off, playing shortstop's Dick Hauser. Batting second, playing right field is Jim Rivera. Batting third, playing third base is Wayne Casey. Batting fourth, playing first base is Norm Sebring. Batting fifth, playing left field is Darren Johnson. Batting sixth, playing second base is Jerry Lumpy. Batting seventh, playing center field is Bobby Del Greco. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Howard Sullivan. And batting ninth on the mound is Jim Archer. Let's get down here to Kansas City Municipal Stadium and get this game started, folks. Jim Archer's on the mound making his 20th start of the season. He's got a 3.12 ERA. He's 5-13 with 4 complete games. And up the bat's the hot hitting Bobby Richardson's gotten that batting average from the 230s the whole way up to 264, folks, with 3 home runs and 49 RBIs on the year. Hey, Tim. Yeah, I hear you. There's eye appointments, sure. Yep, gotta go get my surgery on the 21st. Here's Bobby Richardson's first pitch to him. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Rivera in right field. That'll be out number 1 here, top of the first. And that'll bring up Tony Kubek, batting 281 with 6 home runs and 48 RBIs. And Tony starts this off with a deep fly in the center field. Del Greco goes back and makes a nice catch. Robs Kubek of a base hit after coming back from being off. Tony shakes his head as he walks back to the dugout. Thought he was going to have at least a single. Here comes Roger Maris hitting 262 with his American League and Major League 51 home runs, leading them both of them with 104 RBIs. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. Sullivan's got it. That'll be a 1-2-3 inning for the Yanks. Yankees nothing. The A's coming up. We got Hauser, Rivera, and Casey due up here for the A's. Dick's batting 220 on the year. And Ralph Terry, this will be his 19th start of the year with a 2.8 ERA. He's 11-3, and he's got 5 complete games. Here's the pitch to Hauser. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Terry's up with it, fires over the first. Scouring's got it for out number 1. That brings up Rivera. And Jim's batting 265, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mick in center field. He's got that, no problem, for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here for the A's. Here's Wayne Casey now. And Mr. Casey at the bats, batting 277, 8 home runs, 40 RBIs. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate, and Howard makes an easy catch back there. 1-2-3 goes the A's. We go to the top of the second with no score. We have Mantle, Skowern, and Howard due up here for the Yanks. Mick hitting 307. He's been on a hot pace, folks. 41 home runs, 125 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Lumpy at second for out number 1. That'll bring up Bill Scouring the Moose, who is hitting 283, 36 home runs, 123 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball to Hauser down at third. 2 ground balls, 2 outs here in the second. Brings up Elston Howard. He's having a fine year here, batting .341, 12 home runs, 56 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And Howard's aboard here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Mr. Lopez do something here with 2 outs, keep this inning going. Hector's batting .220 with no home runs and 9 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Howard throws across the diamond to get Lopez. And that'll end the inning. Howard gets stranded at first. We go to the bottom of the second. Sebring, Johnson, and Lump do up here for the A's. Norm's batting .283, 12 home runs, 47 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's Ralph Terry's first strikeout of the game. And that brings up Darren Johnson. And he's only batting $189, 4 home runs and 12 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Terry. 2 up and 2 down. Can he strike the side out here? Jerry Lumpy batting .275, 7 home runs, 51 RBI. And that's a fly ball in the left field. Lopez is out there today. He goes over in the gap, makes the catch, and 1, 2, 3 goes the A's. And we go to the top of the third, and it's still no score here. Boyer, Terry, and Richardson do up. Boyer's hitting .236 on the year with 10 home runs, 46 RBIs. Excuse me. And that's going to be a base on balls. Boyer will take his base. That'll bring up Ralph Terry. He'll try to bunt him over for the red-hot Bobby Richardson. And here's the pitch to Terry, batting $192 with 5 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a poorly bunted ball back to the mound. Archer's up with it. He fires down to Hauser at second, and they get Boyer. So now we got Terry down at first with 1 out for Mr. Richardson. He's 0 for 1. He flew out the right his first time up. And that's going to be an infield hit. That's a slow roller down the first. And Bobby makes it. And we got first and second now for Quebec. Quebec hit a well-placed ball out in center field, but the Greco made a heck of a catch and robbed him of a hit. See if Tony can get a hit this time, folks. And no, that's going to be a fly ball, infield fly. No, that's a fly ball in the right field. Sorry about that. And that will get the runner. No, the runner won't. Oh, Terry's going to hold. I'm all messed up, folks. The runner holds, so it's first and second for Roger Maris. 1 swing and a bat, and the Yankees could have a 3-run lead. He's 0 for 1. He popped up his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Johnson and left. So the Yankees strand 2. We go to the bottom of the third. Bottom part of the order due up here for the A's. Del Greco, Sullivan, and Archer. Del Greco's batting $192, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And Terry's third strikeout of the game, folks. That brings up Sullivan. Ed Sullivan. Actually, it's Hayward Sullivan. He said it's going to be a really, really big show. He's batting $190 with 1 home run, 21 RBIs. And you'll walk a guy batting $190. Not what you want to see. Terry's first walk of the game. That brings up Archer. Archer's going to try to lay down a bunt. Get Sullivan in scoring position. Here's the bunt by Archer. And that's going to be a decent bunt down the third. Boyer's only play is going to be over the first with Bobby Richardson covering. And that'll put Sullivan at second now with 2 outs for Dick Hauser. So the A's got the go-ahead run in scoring position. Hauser grounded back to Terry his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And he'll fire over to first, and that'll end the inning. And the A's leave a runner down at second. And we go to the top of the fourth. It's nothing that the big boys do up here. Mantle, Scowen, and Howard. Mick grounded out to second his first time up. And he's going to fly out the left this time, folks. That'll be out number 1. That brings up the Moose. And Scowen, he grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Scowen trots on down the first. And here comes Mr. Elston Howard. And Howard, he singled his first time up, folks. Can he do it again here? And that is going to be a hit by pitch. The Yankees come to the top of the dugout. They're not happy with that. They're oohing and on. Howard walks on down the first, glaring back at Archer. No harm, no foul, I guess. So now we got first and second and only 1 out here. Bring up Hector Lopez. Can Hector make him pay for this? Got slow runners on the pad, so it'll take a good hit to get them over. Hey, legends. So here's the pitch to Lopez, grounded out to short first time up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Hector. Can he take advantage? I'm sorry, that's going to fill the bases. No, it's not. It's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Well, I keep doubting myself. Got the Z rating. And that's going to be a ground ball. Pop up down the second for out number 2. So that leaves it up to Mr. Clint Boyer. He walked his first time up. Can he get a big 2-out base hit here, folks? And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And again, the Yankees leave 2 on. And it's still a 0-0 ball game, folks, as we go to the bottom of the fourth. We got Rivera, Casey, and Sebring due up here. Rivera flew out to Mick his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up in the infield. And Quebec wants it. He makes the catch out near the grass for out number 1. And here's Wayne Casey. And he popped up to Howard his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one off of Ralph Perry, folks. And that's going to be a double in the right field. That's the first base hit of the game for the A's. Clean double. Now the A's got a go-ahead run in scoring position with 1 out here for Norm Sebring. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Bobby Richardson's got it. And that's 2 outs now. So it's up to Darren Johnson with a runner in scoring position. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time against Terry. And not this time, folks. He squares this one up. And he drives that ball into right field. And that's going to score Casey. And the A's are going to take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. A 2-out base hit. Brings up Lumpy now. The runner down at first. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be another infield hit. And all of a sudden, Terry can't get the final out here in the fourth. So now we got first and second and Del Greco up. 2 outs. Del Greco struck out his first time up against Terry. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Boyer fires over to first to end the threat. but the A's score 1 and take a 1-0 lead as we go to the top of the 5th. We got Terry, and then the top of the order, and Richardson and Quebec due up. Terry didn't get a good bunt down the first time and ground it into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Archer. And now we're back to the top of the order, and Bobby Richardson. Bobby's 1 for 2. Got a single his last time up. And that's going to be an easy ground ball down to Casey. He fires over the first. We're out number 2. Here comes Quebec up here now. Tony's hitting some tough luck here. He's 0 for 2. He's flown out the center and right. And that's going to be another fly ball out the right field. And the Yankees go 1, 2, 3. We go to the 5th inning. A's hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Sullivan, Archer, and then back to Hauser. Sullivan walked his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Mick. 1 down. Brings up Jim Archer now. Archer sacrificed his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Terry's got it. He fires over the Scourin. 2 up and 2 down. Brings up Dick Hauser now. Hauser is 0 for 2, grounded out to the pitcher and the third. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And again, Terry can't have the 1, 2, 3 inning. So now a runner down at first with 2 outs. Rivera's up. And Jim is 0 for 2. He's flown out the Mickey and he's popped up the short. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Rivera. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Boyer robs Rivera of a base hit. Fires over the first, and that's it. We go to the top of the 6th. We got the M&M boys due up, followed by Scourin. Let's see if they can do some damage here against Archer. Rogers 0 for 2 today. And he's going to be 0 for 3 as that's a ground ball down to Casey. That'll be out number 1. Here comes the Mick. See if the Mick can get something started here in the 6th inning. Mick's 0 for 2 also, ground out and flew out. And that's going to be a base on balls. Mick trots on down the first. And here comes Mr. Bill Scourin, the Moose. How many times have we seen Mick walk and the Moose deliver here? The Moose is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Rivera's got it. That'll be out number 2. Here comes Mr. Howard out. Let's see if Elston can do something here. He's 1 for 1 today. He got hit by a pitch. Can he make him pay this time, folks? And no, that's going to be a ground ball down the second. He'll go the short way over the short, covering second, and that'll end the inning. And the walk by Mick stays down at first. We go to the 6th inning. It's 1-0 A's. Casey, Sebring, and Johnson due up. Casey doubled his last time up and came around to score the only run of the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bobby Richardson. He's got it with no problem for out number 1. That'll bring up Norm Sebring now. Norm, he's 0 for 2, struck out and popped up. And he gets a hold of this one, though, off of Ralph, squares it up. And he drives that ball into the gap in right field. It bounces off the fence out there for a double. So now you got Sebring down at second with 1 out for Aaron Johnson. Johnson singled his last time up and got an RBI. Here's the pitch to Darryl. And that is going to be a single over second base. And that's going to score Sebring. And the A's now got a 2-run lead, folks. And Johnson down at first for Jerry Lumpy. Give the A's credit. They've cashed in on the few opportunities they've had. Here's Lumpy. He singled his last time up. And that is going to be a ground ball down the third. That'll get the runner over to second with 2 outs now for Del Greco. He's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out the third. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Archer's got it, fires over to first. That'll end the inning, but the A's add 1. We go to the top of the 7th. It's 2-0 Kansas City. We got Lopez, Boyer, and Terry due up. Hector is 0 for 2 today. See if he can get this inning started here, folks, with a hit or a walk. And he gets on base with a base on balls. Nice job by Lopez. That'll bring up Mr. Boyer. Can he keep this merry-go-round going? He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He struck out those last time up. And he strikes out again, folks. That's 1 out. And a runner down at first. We'll have to have a pitch hitter here in the 7th for Terry. He's pitched a heck of a game, but the Yankees haven't done nothing for him. And we're going to go with Johnny Blanchard. No, maybe not. Maybe Bob Serve. We'll go with Bob Serve here off the bench. Bob Serve's coming off the bench here with Hector down at first with 1 out. Go with the righty here against the lefty. So 1 down runner at first. Tying run at the plate. Serves hitting .275 on the year. 6 home runs, 18 RBIs. Can he deliver here, folks? And that is going to be a pop up down the third. Casey's got it. That'll be out number 2. So it'll be up to Bobby Richardson here. Keep this inning going. Bobby's been smoking hot here lately. Let's see if he can deliver here with 2 outs with Lopez. Bobby's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And he's going to fly out to center, ground out to third base. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's still 2-0 A's. Al Ruffin's going to come on here to pitch in the bottom of the 7th. See if he can keep this a 2-run game. Give the Yankees a chance here in the 8th and 9th. He'll be facing Sullivan, Archer, and Hauser. Bottom part of the order, and then back to Hauser. And Mr. Sullivan with his really big show, 0 for 1 with a walk. And that's going to be I think that's going to be a fly ball in the, let's see here, what is that? That's going to be a ground ball down to Quebec, and that's going to be an E6. Not the way you want to start this 7th inning with an error on Quebec. Brings up Archer. He'll try to lay down the bunt and get Sullivan over to second. Here's the pitch to Jim. And that's not a very good bunt. Ruffin's up with it. He fires down the Quebec, and they get the lead runner. So now you got Archer down at first with 1 out for Hauser. Nice job by Ruffin. Get the lead guy. Dick's 1 for 3, singled his last time up. Here's the pitch to Hauser. And that's a big strikeout, swing and a miss. 2 down here in the 7th. And then brings up Jim Rivera. He was 0 for 3 today. Flown out, popped up, and grounded out. And that's going to be an infield hit. That keeps the inning going, folks. First and second now. And that'll bring up Wayne Casey. He's 1 for 3 with the double and came around to score. And that'll be a fly ball out the Mick. That'll end the threat. And Hound does his job, keeps us a 2-0 ball game. We got the big boys coming up. We got Quebec and then Maris and Mantle. And they finally get the Archer here in the 8th. Quebec has flown out the right twice in center. Can he get a base hit here and get on board and bring the tying run to the plate? And that's going to be popped up. Sullivan's got it. That'll be out number 1. So it's up to Roger to get things started here in the 8th. And Roger is 0 for 3. He's popped up, blown out, and grounded out. He's due, folks. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1. And he pops this one up also. The Archer's got just enough movement. He's keeping these Yankees off balance. So can Mick keep the inning going, folks? He is 0 for 2. He's walked his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And Del Greco makes a great stab at it and robs Mick of a base hit. And the Yankees go down in order. And it's still 2-0, folks. We got Sebring. Johnson and Lumpy due up here in the bottom of the 8th. Ruffin did a good job in the 8th. 7th. Can he do it in the 8th here? And that'll be a fly ball out the Mick. Yeah, exactly, Tim. They've had their opportunities, but it hasn't paid off, that's for sure. 1 down here in the 8th. That brings up Darren Johnson now. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs on the day, folks. Throws in both runs, but not this time. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down here for Jerry Lumpy now. And Lumpy's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Jerry. And that's popped up. Howard's got it. That'll be a 1-2-3 inning. So we go to the top of the 9th. The Yankees need 2 to keep this game alive. They got Scouring, Howard, and then Lopez. The Moose has walked once, grounded out, and flown out. Here's the pitch to him. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Archer's dealing today, folks. Here comes Howard, man. 1 down. He's one of the few hits, one of the 2. He's 1 for 2 and been hit by a pitch. And we dropped the dice. And Howard gets a hold of this one, folks. He drives that ball the other way down the first baseline. That falls in the fair territory. And Howard standing down at second with a double. Here comes Hector Lopez. And do we, even though you got a lefty on the mound, I think we do. I think we're going to bring Yogi out, Mr. Clutch. He can hit lefties. He's going to come off the bench here. Pitch for Lopez. Pitch hit here for Lopez. Mr. Clutch. See if Yogi can do some damage against Archer. Runner down at second. 1 out. Yogi's hitting .315 on the year, folks. 23 home runs and 64 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And he comes through, folks. That's a single in the center field. Howard's going to stop at third, though. He ain't going to take a chance in getting thrown out. His run means nothing. So we got first and third now for Clint Boyer. See if Boyer can come through here, and that's going to get the bullpen up. The A's don't have much of a bullpen, that's for sure. Sure. They're going to get some lefties up. So here comes Boyer. He's over 2 with a walk. Can he deliver here, folks? Howard down at third. Yogi down at first. So here we go with the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And that'll get the run in. They'll get one. Howard over. I'm sorry. That'll be Lumpy over to Hauser. And we got a runner down at first now. And it's a 1-run ball game. And again, we're going to go against the wisdom. We're going to bring out Johnny Blanchard this time, folks. And Johnny come through here with Boyer down at first. The pitch hit here for Ruffin. It's only a 1-run game. The Yankees have finally got on board here. And here's Johnny. Johnny's only hitting .242 on the year, but he does have 19 home runs, 44 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Blanchard. And again, we dropped the dice. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going, folks. Johnny Blanchard, another pitch hit home run, folks. How about that? Some ninth inning heroics by Blanchard and gives the Yankees a 3-1 lead. Archer can't believe it. The two lefties come off the bench and deliver, folks. Now you got Bobby Richardson up with 2 outs here in the ninth. The Yankees come back and score 3 in the ninth. Archer can't believe it. Again, I don't see going to the bullpen. Archer's due up third. So they're going to let him finish this inning, or at least try to. Here's the pitch to Bobby Richardson. And that ball is driven back to the mound. Archer's got it, tosses it over the first, fires it over the first in anger, and that'll end the inning. But the Yankees score 3 and take a 3-2 lead here, folks. Got a bunch of righties due up. Let's see what we're going to go with. Luis pitched 3 innings yesterday. He's not coming in, I don't believe. Want to keep the lefties out of there. Go with Daly. And I think that's who we're going with. Bud Daly is going to come in the game here, folks. Try to close this out. It's been a while since Bud's pitched. So here comes Bud Daly. Can he get his first save of the year? Yogi's got to come in here and play play left. Coming in for Lopez. So we got a new left fielder and a new pitcher here in the bottom of the ninth. He'll face Del Greco, Sullivan, and a pitch hitter for Archer. Daly has a 4.11 ERA. This will be his 14th game. He's 6-3, going for his first save. Here's the pitch to Del Greco. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice job by Daly. 1 down here in the ninth. Here comes Haywood Sullivan. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He reached on an error his last time up. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. Boyer says he's got it out in left field. makes a nice catch for out number 2. And now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Sullivan. See what they got on the bench here with righties. I think Posada's going to come out here and pitch hit. So the A's are down to their last out, folks. See if they come back like the Yankees did. And where's Posada at? There's Leo. Posada's hitting 221 on the year, folks. 5 home runs, 41 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Posada. And that's going to be a nice diving catch by Roger Maris. Robs Posada of a hit. And the Yankees come back and win this game, folks. 3-2 in the top of the 9th. And Roger Maris with a nice play to keep this game. Get this game. Let's take a look at the box score here. What an exciting game. The Yankees, 3 runs on only 5 hits and an error. The poor A's, 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors. And the big boppers was Berra and Blanchard coming off the bench. Yogi and Blanchard. Boyer with an RBI. And Blanchard with 2 RBI home run, folks. The Yankees were 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. They left 7 men on base. Darren Johnson, he was the man for the A's. He drove in both runs. He was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He had that 2 RBI double. And the A's, like I say, were 2 for 6. And they left 7 on. Ralph Terry gets a no decision, goes 6 innings, gives up 6 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, and struck out 3. Hal Ruffin comes in and does his job, shuts down the A's, keeps it a 2-run game, gives the Yankees a chance. He picks up his 5th win. He's 5-2. 2 innings, 1 hit, and struck out 2. And then Bud Daly comes in and gets his first save of the year. 1 inning, 1 strikeout. And poor Jim Archer. Gotta feel bad for Jim. Goes the distance and falls to 5-14. Pitched his heart out. 9 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a big home run to Blanchard. Let's do some fast play here. We got the Indians traveling to Chicago to take on the White Sox. You going to do a game later on here today, Legends? See what Legends is going to be up to today. And the Indians lose rather. Sure, let's see what the star is. The Indians had 4 errors. The Indians 8 runs on 10 hits and 4 errors. The White Sox 13 hits, 13 runs on 15 hits and 2 errors. Then you got the Red Sox traveling out to LA to take on the Angels. See what happens out here in California. Yeah, I'm not sure. He might have left, Tim. You're right. And the Red Sox win out in LA. 10 runs on 14 hits and no errors. The Angels 7 runs on 14 hits and an error. Then you got the Orioles traveling up to Minnesota to take on the Twins. Orioles are on a 6-game winning streak, folks. And of course, I jinxed them. They get shut out. Orioles, no runs on 7 hits and an error. The Twins 6 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Now the Tigers, they're traveling down to D.C. to take on the Senators. Jim Bunning's on the mound. See what happens here with his major league leading 2.11 ERA. Yeah, it was a big game for the Red Sox. And the Tigers win a close one, folks. Norm Cash with a home run. I wonder if that was a game winner. Tigers 2 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The Senators 1 run on 6 hits and no errors. So Jim Bunning's ERA is going to drop. Let's take a look here and see when Norm hit that home run. In the 6th inning, probably. Let's see here. Nope, he hit the home run in the 2nd inning. Yep. It was a RBI. He had both RBIs. No, he didn't. Yeah. All righty, that was the last game in the American League, folks. Let's take a look at the standings now. And the Yankees are also on a well, the Orioles aren't anymore. The Yankees on a 6-game winning streak. The Tigers on a 4-game winning streak. Still 9 games back. The Orioles are starting to drop out of it, folks. They're 12 games back now. The Twins are 16 games back. The White Sox are 18 and a half. Then it really drops off. The Angels are 32 and a half games back on a 4-game losing streak. The Red Sox are 34 games back. The Tribe with a 6-game losing streak, 34 and a half games back. Senators are 46 games back, and the poor A's on a 6-game losing streak and only 2 out of the last 10. That's the same with the Senators and the Indians. And the A's are 47 and a half games back. Elston Howard with his .344 batting average leading the American League. Roger with his 51 home runs. Norm Cash with 128 RBIs, folks. You got Gentile Mick with a 124. Scourin right behind him with 123. And Colavito and Maris both over 100 in RBIs. Jim Bunning lowers his ERA down to 2.07, picks up his 20th win. Luis has 32 saves. And Norm Cash takes over the MVP votes. And Jim Bunning with the Cy Young, folks. How about that? I want to thank Tim D and Legend Sports Universe for stopping in here and checking out the game, folks. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And on your way out of Kansas City, hit that bell, like button, and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.